like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
The Eagles hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Crease here as he's past the 30. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They're the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, here's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Past the 30. Well, a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
J.K. Dobbins,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they get a chance for a 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll air this one out from Mims.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going. And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise.
They hit in the ball, pass free.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The 44-yard line.
Nix to the air. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Nix.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. To throw is Nix. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
As long as you bring the air attack, it's gotten them down here. But now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Throwing Nix.
And it's caught. Touchdown Broncos.
J.K. Dobbins.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And it's now 17-14.
Eagles 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is where close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Still going.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A.J. Brown.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have regained the lead. Elliott now to have the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix looking to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Gets this quickly to Ingram.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play. Back to the air with Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards.
And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Burt sets up to throw it. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up.
Here's a diving catch right side. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Second down and 6 now. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Pass midfield, look out. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Room to run at the 50. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stunned behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, here's Nix. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And this is caught for the Bronco touchdown. A great play there. 2
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. What's good on the extra point? And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to the 43. That one goes for 8 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
180.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Flushed out right.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've had to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
But what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A very solid gain of 27.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way to count it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. To throw is Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm.
And this ball will be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Denver.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Nix to the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 33 yards. And the Broncos will add to their fourth quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 30 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Big strides, look at him go. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he goes out right around the 39. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Hurts. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And Barkley did not get there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown!
Will Shipley.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And right now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help them snatch away a victory.
Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
He'll look to throw. And he delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they wanted to be really aggressive and fake it.
And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And they're on 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that.
It's caught inside the 25.
And this is a touchdown. Well, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Now it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Number 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Nix to throw again. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
look to throw again. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Denver.
Nix looking to throw again.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's their big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
They'll look to throw again. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that is caught for the 2 points.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that.